All right. So, what's up, you guys? My name is Josh, and oh man, have I been having a pretty busy week, huh? Now, listen, I do apologize for the lack of videos lately. Originally, I was going to, make a toy review on Friday. I was going to review Ellie King, from Ultra 7, but a couple of things kind of pop up, so sadly I wasn't able to. So I do apologize for that. I will get to that review, but I thought I'd just kind of do like just like a nice little video today because boy, do I got something interesting to tell you guys. Like, oh man. So you see, the other day I was on Instagram, right? Now, I just want to get this out of the way real quick. I'm not much of a techie person. I don't usually like to go on social media that much. So, I'm kind of late for this, but I just got Instagram maybe like a month ago or so. I was just kind of going through it a little bit because, like, a lot of my friends have it. So I was thinking maybe I'll give a little crack at it. So, yeah, at first it was doing pretty well. I liked it. Instagram, it's not too bad. I mean, I managed to talk to some of my old friends and all that. So I was pretty happy about that. What's also nice about Instagram is that you do tend to kind of get like some nice news updates on certain things. So, for an example, New York Toy Fair, I don't know if it's still going on, but it just kind of passed, and they revealed some of the new NECA figures, Ninja Turtles. Well, kind of. That could be another video on its own. The whole thing with the Ninja Turtles. But wow, they got so many nice things. They also revealed a couple of new Godzilla figures from NECA, and they look so nice. Oh man, and they don't come out till June. That's the worst part. Yeah. But let me just kind of get to my main argument real quick because long story short, yes, this was toy related, of course, but you see a couple of pictures kind of popped up, right? Now, you guys know that I'm also a huge Ultraman fan. As you could see, I got my nice little collection up here. It's getting there. It's getting there. And so yeah, if I'm gonna look at some Godzilla stuff, of course, I'm gonna look at some Ultraman stuff. That's kind of how I like to do things. So like, I was going through and some pictures pop up of some of the new figures for the Ultra Monster 500 series, and I thought that was pretty nice. You got the new Ultraman Taiga movie that's gonna come out pretty soon in March, so it makes sense that they start to release a couple of new figures. Why wouldn't they, right? And a couple had it's already on sale. They do have Ultraman Taiga's new form, Ultraman Rega, and then they released like a new monster that's going to be in the film. But as a nice little bonus, apparently this is Ultraman Belial's big month, apparently, because long story short, they've been they're going to start releasing a bunch of figures based on the character. Now, in case you guys don't know who that is, Ultraman Belial, he's like this evil, Ultraman. I won't go into too much into his history. All I'm gonna say is that he has like a whole bunch of different forms. So Bandai has decided to release a couple of like well, not new, but a couple of new figures to kind of coincide with the character. But the thing is that some of these figures are actually reissues of older ones that they did in the past. And the pictures, I mean, that popped up was that they were showing like the comparisons with like the old and the new, because you see the Ultra 500 series is split up into different like sublines. So for an example, the main one is the Ultra Hero 500 series or the Ultra Monster 500 series. Hero, obviously the good guys, and the bad guys is the monsters and the aliens that are in the show. Okay, sure. So the sublines, right? The sublines has always been kind of interesting. I'll name a couple. They have stuff like Ultra Hero X and Ultra Hero Orb and stuff like that. Basically, it's the same thing as the line, but with kind of a few little neat touches. I won't get into it too much because the one subline I want to talk about is the Ultra Monster DX series. And basically what that is that they release the monsters but like in a nice like big like giant figure form. So for an example, I got right here, I don't got a lot of them, sadly. I only have two. I have Maga Pamdon. He's a pretty big guy. He did cost me a lot, don't get me wrong. And then there's also, I got Maga Grand King, and all that. So basically, they're like figures. They're like normal Ultraman figures, but really huge. Obviously they cost more. But what Bandai tends to do is that they like to re-release the figures, but in a much more smaller size, and then they put it in their main line. I don't know if that makes sense, but like if you look it up online and see some of the pictures, then you could kind of get the idea what they're getting at. Basically, they reissue older figures, but kind of dumbed down a little bit to make it for like a much more like cheaper and compatible size. So a perfect example, of course, I have the Skull Gamora. I don't know if you could see it because my camera isn't really, focused right now, but like you see, this is the smaller version. The big version, it's pretty old. It came out back in like 2017. I don't got that version because it's like really expensive. They want like probably like $30 for it online. I don't know the normal price for these figures. That's all I pretty much know for the most part. So I could kind of understand why Bandai would like to kind of re-release these figures. The same goes for this other figure I have, Five King. As you can see, he's a much more smaller size. And if you guys don't understand by small, if I compare him to an Ultraman, obviously, you could kind of see what they're getting at. The DX figures are like really massive, like really bigger and taller than the Ultraman figures, which is the way that they're supposed to be. But, they can't make every Ultraman monster a DX figure. So it makes sense that, you got, the sub line, and then you got the normal line and the different sizes, so I kind of get it a little bit. The reason why I brought this up is because a lot of people, there was these pictures comparing the DX ones with the new ones that are being released. Long story short, of course, some people are not going to be on board because, like I say, these are dumbed down figures. They're much more smaller and have less detail. Personally, I don't care really, as long as the figures look nice and are okay. But some people are gonna want to kind of complain and be like, "Oh, Bandai, you've gone so low. What happened to this line?" And I'm like, dude, like you got to remember, these toys were originally meant for kids. They're not really meant for us adult collectors. Now, I understand that just because it's made for kids, it can't look like shit, and I get that. I understand. I wouldn't like that either. But, what I'm trying to get at here is that obviously there are people that like them, like myself. I don't care if they look, if they're like wrong sizing or whatever. I think they're still pretty neat. And that's what I did. I put a little comment and I put that I don't think they're really bad. I think they look pretty nice for the most part. Some people might not think that, but here's the thing, that's just based on opinion. And this is something that this one asshole doesn't really understand. Because, I won't mention his name because I'm not like that. I would never do that to somebody. I wouldn't just blast their name all over the internet. Long story short, this guy was a dick. I mean, he, at first, it started off okay. Like he did kind of say a little comment, saying, what are you talking about? They're trash and all that, and, it's kind of my fault because me being the idiot, I did kind of comment back, but I didn't say nothing wrong, really. I didn't say nothing bad to the person and all that. I just kind of put that, dude, it's just my opinion. And it's true. I have the right to say that. I'm not cursing him out. I'm not calling him an idiot. It's just, I'm telling him, it's just my opinion. But what does he go and do? He comments back again, telling me that, oh, you got shit taste. These figures obviously look bad. And I'm like, excuse me? Like, what did I just say? It's my opinion, right? Right? Come on, man. I can't be in the wrong here. I mean, personally, I should have known that I was gonna run into somebody like that. Cause, if I would have thought about it, then I probably would have never comment. I should have never commented back. But obviously this guy wasn't really making it the best of me, and I kind of continued, and I was like, dude, seriously, like that's what I put. I didn't put nothing harmful to the guy. I was trying to be a little soft. I'm trying to be subtle about it. Like, All I'm just trying to say is that you can't just, say stuff like that to a person and then expect them to be okay with it. That's not really cool. But it's the same thing over and over again. This guy, he comments back, but he's like, I don't know what he did. He keeps putting so many comments, right? And then they keep popping up all over my phone, and I'm like, oh my god, it's probably this guy again. And then I go and check. Oh my god, this is this, you see, this is why we can't really have opinions anymore in this day and age. Like literally, you can't say nothing without somebody literally trying to shit on you. Because literally, this is what this guy was doing. And he kept spamming the fuck out of me, telling me stuff like you don't know what you're talking about. They obviously look like crap. And I'm like, dude, what's wrong with you? That's what I put. And then he's like, you're the one complaining. You're the one that's getting upset. And I didn't comment back, but in the moment I was pretty pissed off. You can't just do shit like that to me. You can't. Come on, literally. And the next, I don't remember what I put after that. After he put that, I don't really remember exactly. You know, that I think I just put like do something like that. Because it's like these fucking people, man. Honestly, and then the guy's like, "Oh my god, I just don't understand, man. Like literally, and then I put that's not cool. Like you shouldn't be doing that." And then the guy, what does he say? He says, "I'm having fun here." That really ticked me off because I don't know what he means by that. So does he just like fucking with people? I don't get it. Well, what's this guy's deal? Maybe this was just like a really angry kaiju fan. Maybe he's one of those fanboys. Maybe he's one of those people that are like really into his hobbies and take him kind of serious. But when you're on Instagram, you could kind of check out people's profiles sometimes because they do tend to kind of put their info on private, so you don't really see what they're really up to and all that. But this guy, his Instagram was pretty much open, so I saw it, and when I look at his pictures, he's just a random jock. Like, who the fuck is this guy? He's just some random guy. Literally. So you're just gonna like talk shit like that? He's not even an Ultraman fan. He's not a Godzilla fan. So what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to deal with it no more. He kept commenting. So what did I did? I blocked him. I had no choice. It was getting too much now. Now, this is just one of many examples on how listen, if you have an opinion on something, stick with that opinion. You have the rights to say something. But when you're kind of being a dick like that, that's kind of where things get a little bit off. Like, you shouldn't be doing that to people. I hope he's not watching this video, first of all. This is, that's kind of why I don't like going on social media either, because of stuff like that. But then again, places like that is always going to be toxic. If you're on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, even YouTube, you're going to get shit like that anyway. So I just want to let you guys know, don't be bothered by stuff like this because it really does bother me. But eventually I just kind of, just moved on. I like what I like, it's whatever. It's the same thing though. Obviously I have the rights to say what I want, but don't be a dick with the person, please. Don't talk bad about the guy and his opinions and all that. You really shouldn't be doing that. Like, come on. Why the hell are we in 2020 and yet we're still doing with crap like this? Can somebody explain that to me? Come on. I mean, you can't really because, I mean, I don't really got a lot of subs, but that's whatever, I guess. So, one last thing I want to say before I kind of end the video here is, you are entitled to your opinion. You could comment whatever you want, stuff like that. You have the right to say what you want, and you shouldn't let people like this guy bug you, just because of little shit like this. Because, there's more stuff to get, worked up over, getting like all, like rage and triggered over this type of little shit. It's stupid. It's really stupid, So just remember that, okay? Because, you're going to find a lot of assholes like that, around the internet and even in the world. So, like I say, it's going to bother you. It bugged me, literally, because I love these figures. Like, I'm collecting. I'm still waiting for a couple of them in the mail, actually. Like, I love these things. and I love to express my love for them. That's why I like to do these toy reviews and all that, because this is what I like and this is what I love, and I have the right to kind of open up about that, and so do other people. But like I say, don't go around saying stuff like this. So be cautious when you're typing stuff, on places like Instagram and all that. Just be a little careful, and just understand what you're getting into. Because I kind of didn't, because I didn't know too much about Instagram, but now I know. So I hope you guys could kind of take away from that. So that kind of ends it right there. This was kind of like a little rant, but not really. I just wanted to kind of get this off my chest. I wanted to talk about this too, because this happened like about a week ago or so. But, I just been so busy with school. It's kind of hard. Same goes for the toy review too. I meant to do it Friday, and then I got a little busy, so I couldn't. So hopefully sometime this week, I will do another toy review. I will review King. That's my plan. I don't know what else is gonna happen from there, but as always, I'll keep doing, just keep making videos. That's all. So I guess before I end the video, I guess like I said for like the millionth time, say whatever you want. It's your opinion. Just don't be a dick about it. All right. But if you are the one that is kind of sending these harmful messages to people, I guess all I can say is, well, fuck you for that.